Hey Monk Mind, today we're diving deep into Seth Godin's book Linchpin and uncovering the key insights that can make you truly indispensable in your career. If you've ever felt uncertain about your professional future in an era dominated by automation, artificial intelligence, and the gig economy, then this video is for you. In today's fast-paced, ever-evolving professional landscape, it's more critical than ever to differentiate ourselves from the rest and become indispensable. That's exactly what Godin's Linchpin is all about: how to transform ourselves into valuable, irreplaceable assets within our organizations and industries. As we navigate a world where technology is rapidly advancing, it's become obvious that the old rules of career success no longer apply. Simply showing up, doing your job, and collecting a paycheck is no longer a viable strategy for long-term success. We need to take charge of our careers in ways that set us apart and make us truly valuable. But how do we achieve that? How do we become the linchpins, the essential cogs in the machine that are so valuable they can't be replaced? Let's get into it. In order to fully understand the importance of becoming a linchpin, we need to take a closer look at the world we live in today. We are living through a massive transformation in the way work is done. Routine, repetitive tasks are increasingly being outsourced to robots and artificial intelligence. These technologies are taking over mundane jobs that can be automated, leaving many of us to wonder, what does the future of work look like? Additionally, the rise of the gig economy has fundamentally altered how people view job security. For many, the traditional 9-to-5 job with benefits and long-term stability is a thing of the past. More and more individuals are working as freelancers or contractors, hopping from gig to gig, often without the safety net of a full-time job. This uncertainty in the job market has made many people question their own roles within organizations. It's easy to feel like just another cog in the machine, easily replaceable and interchangeable. This feeling of replaceability has driven many to reevaluate their careers, prompting them to ask, what can I do to stand out? How can I ensure that I am more than just another employee? The fact is, the rules of the game have changed. It's no longer enough to just show up and do the minimum. To thrive in this new landscape, we need to be indispensable. We need to be the ones who bring something unique and valuable to the table, something that can't easily be replicated by machines or outsourced to another worker. This is where Godin's concept of the linchpin comes into play. So, what exactly does it mean to be indispensable? In Godin's view, becoming indispensable means being the person that your organization simply cannot function without. It means being the person who brings passion, creativity, and new ideas to the table. It's about being the person who takes risks, challenges the status quo, and continuously seeks ways to add value to the organization. In other words, a linchpin is someone who is not easily replaced because they bring something unique to the table, something that can't be automated or outsourced. But this isn't just about having technical skills or expertise. It's about bringing your whole self to your work. It's about engaging in emotional labor, making deep connections with others, and doing work that is meaningful and impactful. The term emotional labor might sound a bit abstract, but it's one of the core ideas in Linchpin. Emotional labor refers to the effort we put into our work that goes beyond the technical aspects of the job. It's about caring, connecting, and making an emotional impact on the people we work with. In a world where so many tasks can be automated, the ability to make a genuine human connection is what sets linchpins apart from everyone else. Godin argues that to become a linchpin, we must shift our mindset. We need to stop thinking of ourselves as mere workers or employees and start seeing ourselves as artists. Being a linchpin means viewing our work as an art form, something that we can continually refine, improve, and make uniquely our own. It's not about waiting for someone to tell us what to do. It's about taking ownership of our work, pushing boundaries, and bringing our personal vision and creativity to everything we do. One of the key characteristics of a linchpin is their ability to bring passion and creativity to their work. Godin emphasizes that being passionate about what you do is crucial to becoming indispensable. But passion alone isn't enough. To truly stand out, we need to couple that passion with creativity, the ability to see things from new perspectives, to challenge conventional wisdom, and to come up with new solutions to old problems. Think about it. In a world where technology is rapidly advancing, creativity has become one of the most valuable assets we can bring to the table. Machines can perform routine tasks with speed and precision, but they lack the ability to think outside the box. They can't innovate. They can't come up with new ideas. That's where we come in. Creativity, however, often requires us to take risks. And taking risks can be scary. It's much easier to stick with the status quo, to do things the way they've always been done. But linchpins aren't afraid to take risks. They aren't afraid to challenge assumptions, try new things, and put themselves out there. Of course, taking risks doesn't always mean succeeding. Sometimes risks don't pay off. But linchpins understand that failure is a part of the process. They know that in order to innovate, they must be willing to fail, learn from their mistakes, and try again. Godin argues that we must develop the ability to navigate ambiguity and uncertainty if we want to become linchpins. The world is changing at such a rapid pace that it's becoming increasingly difficult to predict what skills will be in demand in the future. What's clear, however, is that the skills that will make us valuable are the ones that are difficult to automate: creativity, empathy, critical thinking, and the ability to connect with others on a deep level. One of the most profound insights from Linchpin is the importance of emotional labor. Emotional labor is the extra effort we put in to make a real connection with others. It's the willingness to be vulnerable, to put ourselves out there, and to truly engage with the people we work with, whether they are colleagues, customers, or clients. At its core, emotional labor is about empathy. It's about understanding the needs, desires, and fears of others, and responding in a way that makes them feel seen, heard, and valued. This kind of connection is incredibly powerful, and it's something that machines simply cannot replicate. In a world where so much of our communication is mediated through screens and algorithms, the ability to connect with others on a human level has become a rare and valuable skill. Linchpins are the people who go above and beyond to build these kinds of connections. They are the ones who take the time to listen, to understand, and to respond in ways that resonate with others on a deep emotional level. But emotional labor isn't just about being nice or accommodating. It's about making a real impact. It's about doing work that matters, work that changes people's lives. Linchpins are the people who are willing to take risks and put themselves out there in order to make a difference. They're the ones who are willing to be vulnerable, to take ownership of their work, and to be accountable for the outcomes. One of the most important qualities of a linchpin is authenticity. Godin argues that becoming indispensable is not just about what we do, it's about who we are. It's about being willing to bring our whole selves to the table. It's about being authentic, transparent, and true to who we are. In today's world, where so many people are focused on fitting in or following the crowd, authenticity is a rare and valuable trait. Linchpins are the ones who are willing to stand out, to be different, and to bring their unique perspective to the table. They are the ones who are willing to take ownership of their careers, to take risks, and to be accountable for the outcomes. Being a linchpin means taking ownership not just of our work, but of our entire career trajectory. It's about recognizing that we are in control of our own destiny. No one is going to hand us success on a silver platter. We have to earn it. And we do that by being willing to take risks, by being willing to challenge ourselves, and by being willing to step up and lead when the opportunity presents itself. So, why is becoming a linchpin so important? What are the benefits of making ourselves indispensable? One of the primary benefits of becoming a linchpin is that it gives us a sense of security and freedom in our careers. When we are indispensable, we are no longer worried about being laid off or replaced. We have the freedom to take risks, to challenge ourselves, and to pursue opportunities that truly align with our passions and values. This sense of security and freedom allows us to focus on making a real impact. When we are no longer worried about our job security, we are free to take ownership of our work, to take calculated risks, and to push the boundaries of what's possible in our professional lives. This freedom empowers us to make bold moves, innovate, and truly leave our mark on the world. When we no longer operate from a place of fear, we become creators, leaders, and change makers. Another benefit is that becoming a linchpin opens doors to new opportunities. When people recognize you as someone who brings unique value, you're more likely to be sought after for exciting projects, promotions, and leadership roles. Companies are always looking for individuals who can make a significant impact, and being indispensable puts you in the prime position to take advantage of these opportunities. It's not just about having job security, it's about having career mobility and the ability to dictate the terms of your own professional journey. Additionally, linchpins tend to experience more personal satisfaction and fulfillment in their work. When you're doing work that matters, when you're bringing your full self to the table, and when you're making a real difference, work becomes more than just a paycheck, it becomes a calling. This sense of purpose can have a profound impact on our overall well-being and happiness. Of course, becoming a linchpin is not easy. If it were, everyone would do it. One of the biggest barriers to becoming indispensable is the fear of failure. Taking risks, challenging the status quo, and putting ourselves out there can feel incredibly daunting. We fear rejection, we fear making mistakes, and we fear the possibility of falling short of our own or others' expectations. In Linchpin, Seth Godin talks about what he calls the resistance. The resistance is that voice inside our heads that tells us to play it safe, to stick to the path we know, and to avoid taking risks. It's the part of us that craves security and comfort, even if that means not reaching our full potential. The resistance often disguises itself as practicality or rational thinking, but in reality, it's holding us back from achieving greatness. Godin emphasizes that we must learn to overcome the resistance if we want to become linchpins. We have to recognize that fear is a natural part of the process, but we can't let it control our actions. One way to overcome this fear is to reframe how we think about failure. Instead of seeing failure as a sign that we're not good enough, we can view it as an opportunity to learn and grow. Every failure brings us one step closer to success, as long as we are willing to learn from it and keep moving forward. Another challenge is the desire for approval. Many of us have been conditioned to seek external validation from our bosses, colleagues, or society at large. We want to be liked, we want to fit in, and we want to be praised for our work. But being a linchpin often means going against the grain. It means doing things differently, and that can sometimes make us unpopular or misunderstood. We have to be willing to stand by our ideas and our values, even when others don't immediately recognize their worth. Godin points out that linchpins are often the ones who are willing to push through the discomfort of being different. They're the ones who are willing to take the path less traveled, to take ownership of their work, and to lead, even when it's hard. This doesn't mean they are reckless or arrogant. It means they have the courage to act on their convictions and pursue what they believe to be important. Another essential aspect of being a linchpin is the commitment to continuous learning. In a rapidly changing world, the ability to learn, adapt, and grow is one of the most valuable skills we can cultivate. The job market is constantly evolving, and the skills that are in demand today may not be the same ones that are in demand tomorrow. Linchpins understand this, and they are committed to staying ahead of the curve. Continuous learning doesn't just mean acquiring new technical skills. It also means developing our emotional intelligence, our ability to connect with others, and our ability to think critically and creatively. Linchpins are lifelong learners. They are always seeking new knowledge, new perspectives, and new ways to add value to their work. Godin argues that one of the most important things we can do to stay relevant in the modern professional landscape is to become adaptable. The ability to pivot, to embrace change, and to navigate uncertainty is crucial in a world where nothing stays the same for long. Linchpins are the ones who are able to thrive in this environment because they are flexible, resourceful, and open to new ideas. Adaptability also means being willing to let go of outdated beliefs or practices. Just because something worked in the past doesn't mean it will work in the future. Linchpins are constantly questioning the status quo and looking for better, more efficient ways of doing things. They are not afraid to abandon old methods in favor of new ones if it means achieving better results. In addition to passion, creativity, and adaptability, one of the most important skills a linchpin can have is the ability to build strong relationships. In Linchpin, Godin emphasizes that human connection is one of the most valuable assets we can bring to the table. Whether we're working with colleagues, clients, or customers, the ability to connect with others on a deep emotional level is what sets us apart in a world where so much of our communication is transactional and impersonal. Building strong relationships is about more than just networking or making small talk. It's about creating genuine, meaningful connections with the people we work with. It's about understanding their needs, their desires, and their pain points, and responding in a way that makes them feel heard and valued. Linchpins are the ones who go the extra mile to build these kinds of relationships, and as a result, they become trusted, respected, and indispensable. Godin also highlights the importance of building a network of supporters, people who believe in us and our work, and who can help us achieve our goals. This doesn't mean using people for our own gain. It means creating mutually beneficial relationships where everyone involved is invested in each other's success. Linchpins understand that success is not a solo endeavor. They know that in order to thrive, they need to surround themselves with people who challenge them, support them, and help them grow. At this point, you might be wondering, how do I start becoming a linchpin? What concrete steps can I take to become indispensable in my career? The first step is to take ownership of your work. Stop waiting for someone to tell you what to do. Start looking for ways to add value, solve problems, and make an impact. Be proactive in seeking out opportunities to contribute, and don't be afraid to take risks or try new things. Next, focus on developing your emotional labor skills. Take the time to build strong relationships with the people you work with, and look for ways to connect with them on a deeper level. Practice empathy, active listening, and emotional intelligence. The more you can understand the people around you, the more you can offer them value that resonates on a personal level. Additionally, commit to continuous learning. Whether it's taking a course, reading a book, or seeking out a mentor, always be looking for ways to grow and improve. Stay curious and open to new ideas, and don't be afraid to step outside your comfort zone. Finally, embrace authenticity. Don't try to be someone you're not. Bring your true self to your work, and don't be afraid to stand out. The more authentic you are, the more people will trust you and value what you bring to the table. The key takeaway from Seth Godin's Linchpin is that becoming indispensable is within our reach. It's not reserved for a select few. It requires effort, dedication, and a willingness to take risks, but the benefits are well worth it. By becoming a linchpin, we can create a sense of security and freedom in our careers, make a real impact on the world, and find greater fulfillment in our work. In today's uncertain job market, being just another cog in the machine is no longer enough. We need to be the ones who bring unique value, creativity, and passion to everything we do. We need to be the ones who are willing to take risks, challenge the status quo, and build meaningful connections with the people around us. We need to be the linchpins. So, what about you? What does being indispensable mean to you? How are you working towards becoming a linchpin in your career or life? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're interested in more strategies for personal growth and career development, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss the next video. Thank you for joining me on this deep dive into linchpin. Remember, your work matters, and you have the potential to make a lasting impact. It's time to step up, take ownership, and become the linchpin in your own story. See you in the next video.